guys ever been so down in life that you've thought about committing suicide, or been so down that drugs or sex or any of that is the only thing that you feel like you could run to? Well, I've been there too. I was on drugs. I started off with weed. I thought I would never try another drug. I started popping pills, started doing beans, started snorting coke. I did all of that. I started stealing from people. I started stealing out of stores. I started doing a lot of bad, dark things because I let the devil interfere with my life and get the best of me and bring me down. My point being is I've even tried committing suicide multiple times. 2 months ago, I tried to shoot myself, honestly, and it was because I was feeling really down and worthless, and I was overcome with so many emotions that I couldn't describe. And it took me to get to that really dark place to understand what God really thought of me. And what he thinks of me is what he thinks of everybody else. He knows your weaknesses. He doesn't judge you for your weaknesses. He actually takes your weaknesses as something great because he turns them around in ways that I can't even explain to you guys. When I was trying to shoot myself, I just collapsed into the floor. I was shaking. I didn't understand nothing. I sat in the bathroom floor for like 2 hours long, crying. And then the next day I went to a church thing, didn't even understand why I was there. But when I was there, God spoke to me. So he clarified my worth. He gave me peace in my heart, which a lot of us don't have. We're not at peace in our mind or in our heart. And if you just let him in just a little bit, he already knows what you're going through, first off. But if you just help him understand and open up to him, it's things that he can do that no man could ever do for you, or no woman, or love, or sex, or drugs. None of that could ever do what God can do for you.
So that leads me to my point. Of, let's talk about how important is just having God in your life. Like, how important is having Jesus Christ himself in your life?
Okay, having Jesus in your life is like the most important thing. Like, Devontae, you're very talented. You have so many like amazing things going on right now, right? God's given you a strong mind, which a lot of us fall short of. You could letting God in, this right here, he could turn this into something huge. Like, okay, if you have a dream of rapping or singing or whatever your dream is, because we all have dreams, God doesn't settle for little. You know what I'm saying? He goes big and beyond. Yes. And if you just let him know that you trust him, he could turn something so small into something so large.
That's true.
And it's so important to get to know him because he gives you so much wisdom. You already have wisdom, just that you could be a genius.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's unexplainable. It's hard to really put into words how good his love is and the peace. I've never had peace in my life. I've always struggled with I still have mind games in my mind all the time because I ain't right. Everybody knows it. You know it. I've never been right. But my point being is, you just feel so at peace and settled with God, you know? But there's times he tests you, just like someone tests you and tests me, you know, like see if you're gonna fight them or talk about them, you know what I mean? He throws trials and tribulations into your life regardless, because that's testing your faith and where you are with him. So he tests me every single day, and I'm not perfect. I think a lot of us have the wrong idea of church and God, you know what I mean? We think that if we go into a church and we don't have the right clothes on, or if they know what we were doing last night, they're going to judge us, right? A lot of people in the church are doing the same thing that we're doing, you know, that we've done.
Base.
But it's not the point of what we're doing, it's where we want to go and who we want to be and where God wants to take us if we just trust that, you know?
And look, talking about your testimony and everything, how did God take you and pull you by a string out of that?
God held me by the hand and he lifted me up because he is that powerful, and I'm a big girl, so that was some strong pulling, you know what I mean? But he did that, and I will never, ever, ever get upset about something that I can't control anymore. You know what I mean? Because first of all, he's in control of everything. And if he didn't want me to die, like, I could have wanted to die that day regardless, but he didn't want me to die, so I wasn't going to die. You know what I mean? He wanted me to be here for a reason, to tell everyone who's dealing with the same thing about what he did for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, yeah.
How important was actually getting to that, oh, I want to commit suicide? Like, how important was that getting in your life? Because if you would have never actually felt like that, you would never be where you are today.
It's so important. It's a part of my testimony. You have a testimony. We all have a testimony. Our brokenness and our, all of this stuff is leading up to our story of what God has for us. And I'm so glad and thankful for that dark day. You know what I mean? Dark days are hard. We all have them. But I'm so thankful because I wouldn't understand who he is if I didn't get to that point. So.
Like, how important is having dark days in your life? Because a lot of people look at dark days as, oh, I'm having the worst day ever.
My perspective on that is my dark day, another person has a darker day going on. You know what I mean?
True.
And if you just put a little sunshine in your dark day or put a little sunshine in someone else's dark day, let's be real here. If you're in a dark room, it's complete darkness, right? But if you're in the sun, it's super hot. You can't take much of the heat. You know what I mean? But, like, I don't even know where I'm going with that. But, like, light is powerful.
Facts. Light is powerful.
Dark is temporary, is what I feel. Like, you put a little light bulb, you're going to see in the dark. But you can't not see. You can put a little dark in the light, but you're still going to see. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, that's true.
That's my
point.
And
that can lead to just having a little bit of positivity in your life.
Yes, and one positive thought a day, man, you start having two the next day. If you start thinking twice positive, you start thinking double that. You know what I mean?
It's all about, I feel like yes, it's about the God part, but I also feel like it's all about the habits that you're creating yourself.
Right, most definitely.
Because a lot of people, like, I've known people and I still know people that have them negative thoughts every day. Like it's like, to me, I know in my perspective, I look at everything so simple in life. I know a lot of people don't.
Life is pretty simple, though, so you're right.
And, like, it's so easy to just change a bad thought to a good thought. Like, for instance, like, I'm wearing this. Like, okay, I'm chilling. But, like, most people be like, oh, I'm looking ugly. Well, I'm being myself. You feel me? Right. So it's a positive thought. I'm changing that negative. Like, for instance, it's cold in this area. Mm-hmm. I got all these clothes on, I'm feeling good. Like, right. And that's one positive thought can change your life. One positive thought every day can change your day from bad to good. Right. And having good days in life and just getting one step closer can trigger that habit to actually building yourself up to become a better person.
Exactly. And if you're a person like me, I've always felt weak. I've always doubted myself and my abilities and never thought I was good enough, right? True. But with my God perspective, because of course you need your own thoughts. You need your own motivation. You have to think positive. You need that, right? But if you let God in, it's like his strength overpowers everything. Like, he gives you strength that you didn't even know that you had. For people who, like, lack that, you know what I mean? Or don't have that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
A lot of people, so how can people shine a light on God? Because a lot of people, they stray away from that. They may go to church every day, but that don't mean they're into it.
Most definitely.
That don't mean they're into God.
There was people, like, literally since I've changed and stuff, I've been, like, there's people who I love dearly that I just met, and I'm like, come to church, please. Like, I know you might not feel it right now, but you'll feel it eventually. Like, just hang in there and believe. All it is just opening up you believe in drugs and what they do for you. You can believe in, you know what I'm saying? You believe in all this other stuff. And why do you even think this stuff is here? Like,
it's something out there. It's called, what is it called? I forgot what it's called. It's called I forgot what it's called. Okay. It's called the it's like an effect that basically, for instance, like, it's proven studies and everything. Like, for instance, a doctor give you 2 pills. Mm-hmm. One pill is a pill with nothing. Right. He could be like, hey, this is gonna make your headache go away. And you take it, you believe that it's gonna make your headache go away, you won't have a headache.
That's true.
And that wasn't even the pill to actually
do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all in your head.
Facts. It's all about the belief.
that's our enemy, is our mind. Our mind is our enemy. Our mind determines what we do. Our mind, but then again, it shouldn't be what your mind is determining if you're weak in your mind. It should be what your heart, because most of us that are messed up in the mind have good intentions in our heart. True. It's just, what are we going to do? You know what I'm saying? Right. This is strong. This thing is strong.
Mental is everything. If you can't control your mental.
And there's times when I was in school, you know, I was crazy. Like, I would be like screaming, dancing. Then I'd be mad, cussing somebody out. It was all my mind. I couldn't control. I thought so quick, and you know what I mean? I couldn't even control it all.
But in all reality, it's deep down in the mind.
Yes.
Like, if you can't control your mind, you can't do everything.
But if you're the type, like, because some people can control their mind, and that's a gift that God's giving you. But if you can't, pray about it. Scream about it, cry about it. A lot of people try to fit in with everybody and they don't want to be who they are, like you said.
You have to be who you are. But the thing is, also, like you said, pray about it and do everything, but you also got to put in the work too. You got
to put the work in, you got to pray about it. God ain't going to give somebody that's lazy everything. You know what I mean? Simple.
Like, God worked to actually get up on the cross.
Oh, yeah.
So,
and at the end of the day, yes, you should be... You need to make wiser decisions. No, if pot is your weakness and you still laying around smoking pot 24/7 and you're feeling sorry for yourself, then that's your own issue.
That's true.
You know what I mean? That's just honest truth. Like, there's times that I struggle, and I'm not gonna say that I won't ever smoke again or that I don't still try. You know, like, we're human. There's things like that, but I'm not there yet. God's getting me there, though. You know what I'm saying?
And how important is the process of getting there?
It's so important. I mean, because if you have dreams and goals and ambitions, why would you want to be in the same spot you were in 3 years ago?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
And every day is another step forward.
And then another thing, there's people out here, like, I'm not even trying to bash anyone because I literally love everyone, but it's the truth and God is the truth. So he's going to talk for me. And if you're hitting licks and you're doing all this crazy stuff, why couldn't you just make your own money?
That's true.
Like, why do you want to take something that someone else has to make yourself feel better? You know what I mean?
That's true.
And it boils me because there's people that would give you anything. You know what I mean? Out of the kindness of their heart. And then there's people out here that still
take anything.
Yes.
That's so true.
And then why do you want to get on Facebook and you want to get on all this stuff and you want to complain about how bad the world is, but what are you doing to make it better?
Oof.
That's all I gotta say.
That's true.
Are you smiling at the person who's crying? Are you doing, you know what I mean?
That's true fact.
What are you doing?
And that's where we're going to leave it at right there.
Yes.
You can't be complaining about anything unless you ask yourself, what are you doing to make it better? Exactly. What are you doing to make the world a better place?
Exactly.
Or what are you doing to make yourself better in your own shoes?
Yes.
So we just going to drop it off with that question, man. What are you doing to make yourself better?
Feel free to comment.
And leave a like, man. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe. We got some more bangers coming for y'all.
Yes.
I hope you have a great day. I hope you have a blessed day. And get closer with God.
Yes.
Ain't it? That was a good one.
That was really good.